Hi boys and girls, we're going to read a forest book today. This one's called Kindergartner, Did You Know About Grizzly Bears? By Susan Nicolosi. So I decided on the words that would be there. I didn't take these pictures, but here is a picture of a grizzly bear. Are you looking at him? A grizzly bear is going to walk on 4 legs. A grizzly bear has fur, and its fur has little white tips on it, and that helps it looks like a grizzly. It has a hump, it has a snout, has little eyes and little ears. We can't see him, but it has sharp teeth and sharp claws. Let's see what we're going to learn today. Grizzly bears have 4 legs. Grizzly bears have 4 legs. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears have 4 legs. Look at that, and they walk on all 4 of their legs. Are you noticing some numbers? You could count them, and you would find that it goes up to number 25. Grizzly bears live about 25 years. Grizzly bears live about 25 years. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears live about 25 years. Wow, boys and girls. There are about 16 TK students in the picture. I wonder why. Well, if you weigh a grizzly bear, they weigh about the same. 16 TK students, 1 grizzly bear, 800 pounds. Grizzly bears can weigh 800 pounds. Grizzly bears can weigh 800 pounds. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears can weigh 800 pounds. Ooh, are you seeing the grizzly bear's paws? That's this part down here. Not their claws. We're going to talk about those later, but the paws. Grizzly bears have paws. Grizzly bears have paws. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears have paws. Look at those. Are you noticing that? They're very big. If you put your hand next to where their paw was, their paw would be much, much bigger than your hand. Oh, are you noticing their claws? Grizzly bears have long claws. Grizzly bears have long claws. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears have long claws. These claws can actually be 4 inches long. So put your fingers out. Your finger, it would be longer than your finger because your fingers aren't 4 inches. So this claw would be longer than your finger. Pretty long, huh? I wonder what they're going to use that for. Do you think they're going to dig? I think they might dig in the ground. Grizzly bears have brown fur, and then they have silver and white tips, and that's going to give it that grizzly look. Grizzly bears have brown fur. Grizzly bears have brown fur. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears have brown fur. Ooh, he looks like he is smelling something. Grizzly bears have an excellent sense of smell. Grizzly bears have an excellent sense of smell. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears have an excellent sense of smell. They can smell something 3 miles away. Next time you're in the car with mom or dad, ask them when you've gone 3 miles, because I think you'll be pretty surprised how far a grizzly bear can smell. Because I can't smell 3 miles away. Ooh, this grizzly bear is running. They're very fast, boys and girls. They can run 30 miles per hour. When you're in the car next time with mom and dad, ask them when you're going 30 miles an hour so you can see how fast they're going. Grizzly bears can run 30 miles per hour. Grizzly bears can run 30 miles per hour. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears can run 30 miles per hour. Look at this. Now, the grizzly bear, when it grows up, cannot climb a tree, but the cubs can, and I think that's so that it could keep them a little safe. So the cubs are climbing up the trees. Cubs can climb trees. Cubs can climb trees. Kindergartner, did you know? Cubs can climb trees. So that's what we call the baby. We call it a cub. Where do you notice the grizzly bear is right now? The grizzly bear is in the water. Grizzly bears are excellent swimmers. Grizzly bears are excellent swimmers. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears are excellent swimmers. Here's the grizzly bear and here's her cub. Grizzly bears have cubs. Grizzly bears have cubs. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears have cubs. Oh, look at this. This is inside a den. So here's the hole in the side, and they can go out into the forest, and in here is a den. Sometimes it's called a cave, but this is where they're sleeping. It's a den. It's their home. Grizzly bears hibernate in their den. Grizzly bears hibernate in their den. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears hibernate in their den. So when they are hibernating, they're mostly asleep for at least 5 months. So think in terms of our months: January, February, March, April, May. That would be 5 months. Sometimes it goes longer. It could go up to 8 months if it's a very cold season. And so the grizzly bear and her cubs are going to be in the den. Oh, what do you see the grizzly bear doing? You're right. The grizzly bear is about to eat this fish. And grizzly bears eat berries and fish. And they're called omnivores. Say that word, boys and girls. Omnivores. Good. You're an omnivore too if you eat fruits and vegetables and you also eat hamburgers and hot dogs. So if you eat meat and you eat plants, you're an omnivore. I know I'm an omnivore. I eat both. So we're going to sing Grizzly Bears Are Omnivores now. Ready? Grizzly bears are omnivores. Grizzly bears are omnivores. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears are omnivores. So a lot of their diet is actually going to be berries and leaves and nuts, but they're also going to eat fish and rodent and moose. And when they're getting ready to go and hibernate, just before it gets very snowy, they're going to eat a lot because they're going to get themselves nice and big for hibernation because they don't really eat a lot. They're going to stay mostly in their den during hibernation. All right, so this is going to be our male grizzly bear. So there's a female who has the cub, and then there's the male. And the male doesn't stay with the family. We call him solitary. The male grizzly bears are solitary. Say solitary. Yeah, solitary means they like to be by themselves. They don't really want to be with other animals. And doesn't want, and not even the female and their cubs. So this one says male grizzly bears are solitary animals. Help me sing along. Male grizzly bears are solitary animals. Male grizzly bears are solitary animals. Kindergartner, did you know? Male grizzly bears are solitary animals. So they can be in bigger groups, and that's when they're going to, when it's salmon season and they're going and they're in those rivers and they're eating the fish, then all of the bears are going to be together because they know that there's lots of fish that they can all get. And the females are going to stay with the cubs. Oh, do you see the hump on the grizzly bear's back? We're going to talk about the hump on their back. It's made of muscle, and it helps them use those claws to dig. So we're going to sing this one. Grizzly bears have it should say a hump on their back. Grizzly bears have a hump on their back. Grizzly bears have a hump on their back. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears have a hump on their back. All right, boys and girls. All of these animals have something in common. They're all called mammals, and you're a mammal. You are warm-blooded. You have a vertebrae, that's your backbone that's inside your body, and a mammal has hair or fur. A mammal can feed their young milk, and when the female has their young, they kind of look the same. Like a baby looks like a little mini human. Well, when a grizzly bear has a cub, they look like a little grizzly bear. And so this one says grizzly bears are a mammal. Your turn. Let's sing it. Grizzly bears are a mammal. Grizzly bears are a mammal. Kindergartner, did you know? Grizzly bears are a mammal. All right, boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed our grizzly bear book. We are all done, and I will see you next time.